Moshe kanjani bathini disemojweni Paula sinyagang ngichill sisembolweni
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of EMOJWENI all the time. I'm your boy LLOYDSTAXX, Big Mia, Big Twanini, Big Speo, and I just want to say thank you for tuning in. If you are tuned in, before we start off the show, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, or tell your friends to come and subscribe so they can tell their friends to come and subscribe today. Otherwise, the show siqala kamnandi namhlanje lawe. Yabo. So today, before we start off the show, I'm gonna take 10 milligrams of THC in my jelly bear, something like that. I don't know what you call it, but it's a jelly baby for me, lawe, and in it 10 milligrams of THC marijuana. So yeah, siqala kamnandi show lawe. Let's just hope that the show the same peace, guys. Like maybe ngafumani seizure while I'm having a pod. Otherwise, like, I'll keep it on. So yeah. Yo, but yeah. Yes, it's strong. So I'm already. I know I'm thinking promoter like this ganja, but it's 40 rand, dog. And there's 10 milligrams. So yesterday I went to this other podcast called the Forbidden Food Podcast, and before I went there, I took one of these, dog, and I smoked a joint. So on my way there, the waves just kicked in, dog, and I just lost it, dog. Like I was so high on that podcast, I wasn't even my normal self, lawe. Fike phana ngingayiva nento bithethwa, dog, like ngathi like amanje ayathetha but anwava lawe. Even right now I can feel it kicking in, like yangena ngcolile. Otherwise, thank you to my chick, she bought this for me. But yeah, I'm fed to lawe. As I said last week, was mostly these days good podcasts. Even today, I'm alone now. But I just want to ask the question, yabo. Dog, yabo. And then I'm gonna answer this question at the end of the show. So, like, when people sneeze, why do people say "bless you" after that? Like, I just want to hear from you guys. Like, when people sneeze, like, why do people have to say "bless you"? Bless you. I don't know why, but yeah, I guess we'll know after the podcast. And you know, is it me or is it only me that feels like ALOSTRO 012 sounds like ZILLE WIZZY 2025 on his Dagamis? Yeah. Like, like when I listen to ALOSTRO, dog, I think of ZILLE WIZZY. And when I listen to ZILLE WIZZY, I think of ALOSTRO. Like, have you ever heard how ALOSTRO speaks, dog? Like, I'm ALOSTRO right now. How you doing, ALOSTRO? I'm very, very good. I'm absolute, marvelous, delicious. Yo, dog. Absolute. I think like maybe it's just kicking in right now. But and then when I speak, like when I listen to Zille, dog, that nigga is like is eating something like okay, this shit is really kicking in. Like every time I listen to Zille, he's like I'm like, yo, bro, chill. I don't know if it's always but I thought this was gonna be better if he was speaking like his language, yeah. But I feel like his language, like it's the reason why he speaks like that. Yeah, well, not just because of like Louis funny. Maybe it's because of but That's what I just wanted to know. Is it me or is it only me that feels like ALOSTRO sounds like ZILLE WIZZY on drugs? Okay, right now I'm on drugs, dog. I'm on fucking drugs. But yeah, dog, I just want to say, yeah, Bona, ZILLE WIZZY is the sober ALOSTRO. Okay, let me not say that. But yeah, I just want to talk about sports. This past weekend, Miklala Maboko Boko, and Miklala a Proteas, and Miklala Bafana, dog. Yeah, but all three of our national teams were playing, dog. Like, actually, not all three, like, three of our national teams were playing rugby, Proteas, soccer, Bafana, Springboks, rugby, that way. But everyone on Friday was wearing a Boca t-shirt, dog. No one was wearing a Proteas t-shirt. No one was wearing a Bafana t-shirt, yeah, dog. And out of all those three teams, the only one that won was the Bafana. Shout out to you, man. Just shout out to you. Like, I'm very impressed, like, with the Bafana lately, dog. We, like, 21 matches unbeaten, dog. Like, I think that's a record, like, for us at this time, dog. I know in the 90s, like, Bafana was hot, Koko Dr. Kumar Lawe, but I feel like this is another era of born where we can actually win things. Yeah, born like succeeded. This is another era where like born like born like the South African national team is actually doing wonders. You know, otherwise, Springboks lost to All Blacks. Yeah, won it. And then Proteas lost to England. And then South Africa beat Lesotho 3-0. Yeah, won, and we're close to qualifying like FIFA World Cup like qualifiers. So maybe if we win our next two games, yeah, but if we're gonna have the next two games, let's hope see win. We're playing against Nigeria, rivals there to Lawe. Yeah, but I just wish bona like Bafana, win and stuff like that. But I just want to ask, yeah, bro. Yeah, bona like when it comes to sports up in Africa, especially national teams, the Springboks are praised the most. Like Springboks, like Joe, like number one, dog. If Springboks are playing, everyone is gonna wear a Barker t-shirt, dog. Yeah, well, but when it comes to Bafana, Kolono. But when it comes to cricket, Kolono. But I would say cricket, yelele rugby because Bonella is dominated by but that's so quite up. Like for you as the viewer, like why is that we support rugby so much, but cricket and soccer see support way, and even other sports, dog. Yeah, well, for me, I feel like rugby deserves more than like the love that they're getting, dog. Like they are like a world class team. I mean, like we are the champions, dog, of the world when it comes to rugby, dog. Like we are the biggest team in the South, like in the world when it comes to rugby, dog. We have like 4 World Cups, dog. Yeah, boy. So if we're not gonna give those people love, well, if we're not gonna support those people love, boy, I feel like they're not gonna get cheered up. Because fair to like in Europe, dog, there's soccer, dog. The Spanish national team is treated an amazing Argentina, like all those big teams, dog. They support the soccer because it's doing well. Yeah, well, those guys are world class people. So what they are earning right now, they deserve it. Yeah, well, maybe not to like Proteas Sondelene when it comes to like rugby because they do get a lot of support too. But since the cricket, lawe, well, since like it's Zala, man, it's Dala, I don't think a lot of people will support it, but it does get a lot of support. Yeah, boy. But when it comes to soccer, Bafana, ne, I think I got like 2 reasons. It's not the best. It's not one of the best teams, like national teams in the world. First thing, yeah, and in the past 10 years, it wasn't doing so well, dog. Kunini skiwa, dog. Like we haven't been qualifying for AFCON. Imagine AFCON, dog. We didn't qualify, I think, before the one that we became number 3 and the last one. And when so like we were doing bad as a team. And another thing, it's mostly like black people. Yeah, bro. So I think the reason why like in a support or like mostly ngabelungu and makhalati is because banqabile makhalati gcwele like indaki, and thina as indaki we don't have bone like imali eninzi lawo in order to support, you know, that's it. But at the same time, I'm just so happy that South Africa is just doing well in sports. I'm so happy that bone like South Africa, rugby, all the sports are just doing well, even the music. Yeah, born that way. But like, if when you have a reason why, so, rugby, like Springboks, Protea, and Bafana are not like supported the same, you can drop your reason on the comment section. But yeah, in Infantitanga week, it's been buzzing. It's been lit. It's born way. Maybe actually on my Facebook, everyone has been talking about this. Usol Pendoka akanakhaya. Yo, dog. Sol Pendoka ubethwe ngephansi zakhe by uDaily Sun. Daily Sun had the best like headlines, dog. And like long, like let's say 20 years ago, dog. What you found that even still now, even though you could buy a newspaper or it's just like a news blog. But yeah, Sol Pendoka got fired from this radio show from Mukaya. At first, they suspended him for like 7 days with immediate effect. Yeah, boy. And then they were saying like it's just pending investigation. And then Saul went on to his bonnet podcast and told, yeah, you know, I got suspended because of the Mini Lamini thing. So Kaya FM fired Saul because of Mac G said something about Mini Lamini. Yeah, bro. So Mac G and Saul have a podcast. If you don't know, everybody knows this. But yeah, Saul and Mac G have a podcast. And then Mac G said something while Saul was in the podcast. So that's why Saul got fired. Get it? Saul didn't say Mini Zamini has a stinky ass pussy, but he got fired because he was just there. Like, imagine that, dog. That's crazy, dog. Imagine losing a job because someone next to you said something. You know? I'm like, what the? And like, even like, Saul wasn't. Saul didn't. Like, no one said anything about Saul, dog. It's just that because Lamini maybe pulled some strings, Kaya. But yeah, dog. Like, so Saul got fired because of Mac G. He got fired because of association. Yeah, more than that way. So this brings me to a question of like, if you were Saul, what were you gonna do? Were you gonna sue Mac G? Were you gonna get pissed at Mac G? Were you gonna fight Mac G? Or were you gonna do the Saul ways just to keep it going? Yeah, bro. And just vibe. Boy, and then like, because in the Saul and I did it, I don't know what he did. Let's just hope, yeah, no Mac G talked, yabo, mhlawumbe wathi uMacG, you know what, nanzi million for nini bamba apha wena, yabo, it's just for 10 months since you get paid more like 100k every month from Kaya FM, yabo. And MacG is currently in a lawsuit with Minute Lamini for like 2 million rands, 2.5 million rands. So do you think Saul should sue MacG or just let it go and go back in a podcast? For me, I feel like without the podcast, Saul, we wouldn't know. Yeah, but so at the same time, Saul maybe appreciates like platform I nigga MacG. Yeah, wouldn't allow it. And he knows that, but okay, there's politics around it. Maybe expected this news way. Maybe even before Kuka's scandal saga MacG, or maybe even like ezinye izinto bezithethwe MacG yabo before this incident. Maybe he was like, hey, I might get in trouble. So maybe he was expecting something like that. Yeah, but as a soul, I feel like he's not gonna do anything because no babathetile. But I was gonna say, it's a tough one. It's a difficult one. You know? But now I was not gonna do anything to him actually because I'm still working for him. I still get money from him. I still get exposure because of like a platform, yeah, okay. Because Soul is getting booked everywhere, dog. Yeah, well, he's a DJ. At the same time, he was a radio presenter. At the same time, he's on a podcast. And the podcast sometimes they move around, dog. Imagine like each job that way. Now I'm a dog. I would just keep it and just wanna like try get other like radio podcasting jobs. Yeah, well, I didn't listen to Kai FM because I don't listen to radio. Yeah, well, but abantu abaninzi bathi bazohamba and ngasenyani bahambe. Ngasenyani bahambe, but yeah, I want to move on to that one, but leave your reasons, opinions on the comment section about what would you do if you were in this type of situation. And you're in the dog, I want to talk about like I just want to ask, is it me or is it only me that feels like Casper Nyovest, yeah, is on the top 10 rappers of all time in SA, yeah? But it's rare that you find any rappers putting him in their top 5 or in their top 10. Yeah, well, because as I've noticed, like if you like, I've watched like a lot of essay interviews, like essay hip hop interviews, and no one has Casper in their top 5, dog. Like top 5 rappers, dog. But like when you talk about the top 5, top 10 rappers in SA, called Casper. First one is Pro Kid, Beko Tumi, Beko aka Casper is there, and yeah, boy. But in anyone's top 5, I get Kolawe. So I feel like I think the Jamelo way. So I think the reason why it's like that, I don't think people when they listen to Casper, they're listening to like a rapper. They're listening to just a hip hop artist. Yeah, I feel like because Casper can do anything, dog. Like he can rap, he can sing, yeah, boy, he can trap, yeah, boy, he can even do gospel. I feel like Casper has not just like established himself as just a rapper. He established himself as an artist. He can do like almost everything. Yeah, boy. And he raps for everyone. Uchona, he makes music for everyone. That's why I'm not only listen to him, because he makes music for like everyone. Yeah, well, and I'm not everyone. Yeah, well, I feel like if we're a rapper, you gotta stick to just Nuyako, and then I'll listen to that thing. Goku Klauso, Betela Wongumla, like track 1, I like it, track 2 gospel, track 3 drum, track 4 piano, I don't fuck with that shit. Yeah, well, but yeah, I feel like the reason why it's like that is because Casper it does as the children are empty, like yo with the bars and stuff like that. Yeah, you're just gonna get it way. But bonus opinion like a shake yeah way. So I think that's the reason why Casper is more like a commercial rapper, and most of the commercial rappers like they not hardcore rappers, dog. Just like how Aries, like I can't say that about Nasty C because Nasty C is lit. But yeah, dog, tell us what's your reason. Yeah, well, because Casper has the impact. Well, and Casper has the fans, has the numbers, but it's hard. You hardly ever see someone say, "Yo, Casper's on my top 10." But yeah, tell us why. Tell us why. But and lastly, I want to talk about on this interview, actually on this episode. Yeah, dog, I'm drunk. I gotta stop. Hey, Louis, yandenzisa manene lawe. Sorry, I'm sorry for being like this lawe. But yeah, I think izophela ngoku Louis. So, lastly, I want to talk about Marlon YN or YN, whatever, goes off on Snoop Dogg. Yeah, bro. So yeah, Marlon Wayne posted this on Twitter. Like you can read it on the shit. Yeah, you read it. So like Marlon Wayne is not happy with Snoop Dogg because Snoop Dogg appeared on this other podcast and they were talking like, yo, I went to the movies with my grandsons, and then these grandsons they were watching Lightyear, the latest version of a Bite Lightyear, something like that. And then on that movie there was a gay couple. They were lesbians, and then these lesbians had a baby, and then Snoop Dogg's um grandson asked like, "Yo, Uncle Snoop, like, why did she have a baby? How did she have a baby, but she's dating another baby?" So Snoop Dogg was like, "Yo, bro, just watch the shit, dog." Yeah, and like he doesn't know why and stuff, and he didn't want to answer like that. He didn't prepare to get like a question like that from his grandson. So Marlon Wayne was like, "Yo, I'm done protecting you, Snoop. When you had that murder trial, I was protecting you. Yeah, but when you're trending for shit, like I was protecting you and stuff like that. But this shit is done. Yeah, boy. Like how when like Disney or Hollywood is showing like a gay character, you say like they pushing an agenda. But when like Disney, like they have like people like witches, villains, thieves, yeah, boy, now people poisoning each other, it's not an agenda. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. All of a sudden now, like Disney is showing a gay couple, it's an agenda. But when they doing like things like thieves, born like witches, born like betrayal and stuff like that, it's not an agenda. So he was like, "Yo, I'm not talking to you, Snoop, but I'm just born telling you like it's not an agenda. It's just making like people have empathy for gay people." Yeah, born like it's yo, bro, someone farted, not me. But he was just saying that, but like it's not an agenda car, like they're just making it bona abantwana nabo bebukele way like to have empathy for like for gay people, you know. And then everyone in like on social media was bona saying shit about Snoop Dogg, saying shit about Snoop Dogg, but I feel like a lot of people like agree with them, dog. Yeah, well, I agree with them. Not dog. I get both sides. Yeah, well, I get both sides. I don't want to get canceled. I don't want people to think I'm a homophobic, but yo, bro, ish. Subukelisa abantwana lezo zinto mancho. Hey, like imagine now, like amajita maitu eyacho, like bantwana like bantwana dog. They believe what they see growing up, yabo. Even the Bible, dog, ifakwa kuthi singabantwana and we believe in that shit. So now imagine if we're gonna see like bantwana bethu, they're gonna see like gay couples dating, and then they're gonna think it's a normal thing. It's normal for the people who are diagnosed with gayism, but it's not normal for just everyone. Yeah, but as a man, you can't date another man if you're straight. But if you're not straight, then you can date whoever you want to date. Yeah, well, let's hope I get that right. Yeah, but at the same time, I even get it for Marlon Wayne. They're saying it's not an agenda. They're just putting out there what's already happening. Yeah, but they putting it there for kids to just understand that there are people who are gay out there. Yeah, well, so I get both sides, but if it was up to me, dog, I'm like, yo, it's gonna be a tough one. But I think I get the Marlon Wayne side more. Like it's like banana bazaars is weird because abanye abantu they don't get the proper information at first, so when they see a gay person, they're gonna fucking swear at that people. They're gonna hate that person. Yeah, well, they're not gonna understand them. So I feel like if we put that in kids' minds at an early stage, yo, those people there, they're good, but we're not. You do whatever you want. You don't follow them. And well, but if you, but gay, that's how I want to close it for today. I feel like it's up to you. But like I feel like Lena podcast is it's where I actually communicate with the viewer. Yeah, but share your opinions on the comment section. And yeah, one other way, if anything, if you wanna ask me about anything on the comment section. And boy, I was very drunk and I was very high on this episode. So sorry if that showed. But yeah, guys, I was on another podcast, Forbidden Fruit, and it was lit. Yeah, but at the same time I was high on that drug. So I couldn't be myself. So if when bodile bang at in tool and all that shit, just understand that I was just high. High as fuck. But I just want to say thank you for the 150 subscribers. 51 subscribers. Let's go on to 200 subscribers. Yeah, well, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe. I just want to say thank you for chilling with us tonight, today.